The Predator. Had a chance finally to go watch it last night. You guys know I've been excited about this on a number of levels. I really like Boyd Holbrook. Shane Black is a terrific director. I think the trailers for the movie have looked wonderful, especially that R-rated trailer that came out not long ago. I thought that looked fantastic. And so off I went to watch The Predator last night. And sure enough, the Predator's there looking gangly as ever. And I got to tell you, man, this movie's awful. This movie's awful. Now, let me talk about some of the good things in it first. Some of the gory violence is quite visceral and pretty fun to watch when it's happening. There's not nearly as much of it as you would think. But when it is happening, it's pretty fun to watch. And it kind of delivers that on the promise that R-rated trailer, that Red Band trailer kind of says. Say, hey, there's some action here that's going to be a little bit gory and whatever. And it is. It is. Not nearly as much as I was hoping, but it is there, and it is pretty fun when it's happening. The other thing that I gotta say is pretty fun about this movie is, or at least positive about this movie is, look, I actually think the best performance in the movie was given by Olivia Munn. Now, Olivia Munn normally really sucks as an actress, but she had that role in The Newsroom, right? And when she was in The Newsroom, I'm like, who the hell kidnapped Olivia Munn and replaced her with this girl who can actually act? Because she was really good in that show. Then we saw in some other things she's not very good. And I'm like, what? She's actually pretty good in this movie. I bought into her character. Honestly, in a movie that she's in with Boyd Holbrook, I think she gives the best performance. I really do. And on that level, she worked for me as well. There's also a few moments of laughs. Not many, but there are a few chuckles and a few giggles along the way that are pretty nice. But all of that falls way short of making an actual enjoyable movie. The plot was so bad and made no sense. And then these random characters would do or say things that would make no sense in that context or environment, that they would do or say that, or that would happen. And it was just nonsense. And oh my God, the thing that I thought looked really great, you know how they've got the big giant predator in this thing now, right? And hey, look, he's actually pretty cool. The giant predator's cool. But remember, we see in the trailers, he shows up with like predator dogs, right? And some people are like, oh, come on, seriously, predator dogs? But I saw that and I thought, hey, this could be really cool. So bad. What they do with the predator dogs is so bad and so dumb and borderline just unwatchable. Just unwatchable. And I'll tell you what else. One of the other things I was kind of excited about was the crew, the military crew that you're going to have that was with Boyd Holbrook, right? And of course, one of them is Keegan-Michael Key. I love that guy. You got a few other dudes in there. I got to tell you, it never made sense to me at all. This collection of characters at no point to me ever made any sense. It was far too much of a stretch that they'd even be there in that situation in the first place. And then I never bought them together, or that anybody would trust them, or that anything good would happen with them. And it was just an utter, complete vomitous waste. Just a complete waste. Now, again, let me say this. There are some redeeming things about Predator. In what little action, big action there is, it's fun to watch. When the big action is happening, it is fun to watch. Watching the confrontation between the big predator and the little predator, fun to watch. Seeing predators going after humans, fun to watch. But again, it's minimized. Also, Olivia Munn, pretty damn good in this movie, and about 4 or 5 jokes in the movie actually land. There are about 4 or 5 jokes in the movie that did bring a smile to my face and made me giggle. So it's not a complete waste of a movie. But all that good stuff is so overshadowed by how preposterous the narrative is, how ridiculous the characters are, how nonsensical the dialogue is, that you just can't get into it. Look, somebody tweeted to me last night after I put out a tweet saying, hey man, the new Predator movie's awful. And I said, well, weren't you expecting campiness? And I said, yeah, I was expecting campiness, but campiness is neither inherently good or bad. You can have good campiness and you can have bad campiness. I was expecting campiness. I was just hoping it would be good campiness and not schlocky, bad, awful campiness. And that's what The Predator delivers. And, you know, my hopes got really high when I first saw, like, critic ratings come out. And, the first Rotten Tomatoes rating that came out was around 76%. But it has since dropped all the way down to 36%. And now I know why. So my faith and my optimism, and I got to say this right from, you guys know how big of a fan I am of Shane Black. I am constantly talking about Shane Black and how brilliant the dude is. I think he's awesome. I am so disappointed that this is a Shane Black directed film. I'm disheartened that Shane Black directed that. Like, if some brand new director who comes from the world of directing music videos came out and that was his first outing, you go, okay, well, you had a couple of bright spots in there. If at first you don't succeed, kid. But this was Shane Black, who is an exceptional director, who is a great director. And I got to tell you, I was so utterly disappointed with his effort in this. I'm really disappointed that, you know, this was a Shane Black directed film. And that's just devastating to me because you guys know how much of a big fan I am of Shane Black. So anyway, it's going to be up to you guys. Look, if you guys see the trailers and it looks appealing to you, go give it a shot. Check it out. See what you think about it. I just got to tell you, as somebody who was really looking forward to this film, it left me really quite disappointed, which is kind of unfortunate.